What's up guys, it's Maddie. I've been talking to a lot of friends back home, and the two most common questions I get are, what is your favorite thing about Korea and what is your least favorite thing? So I thought, why not make a video out of it? So today I'm talking about 7 things that I hate about Korea. Now, hate is a strong word. Some of these things are really not that bad, but I noticed them. Number 1, I am the foreigner that hates other foreigners. I don't know if you've ever seen this list, but sometimes people will make a list of the types of foreigners in Korea. And I happen to be the one that hates other foreigners. Some people, they come here and the job is secondary. They just want to go party and have fun and explore the country. It's true that whenever you're here, if you're lucky enough, you have a lot of free time, you have a surplus of money if you land a good job, and it's really easy to just go do whatever you want and not really have a whole lot of responsibility. So whenever I meet people who are really stuck in this mindset that they can just do whatever the crap they want and the rules don't apply to them because they're foreigners, it just really irritates me. Just the fact that some people have the audacity to get irritated with the country's people for speaking the country's language to them, that it makes me so mad. But I understand that some people, like, to each their own, to each everyone's lifestyles, but it shows a lack of respect and it makes the rest of us foreigners look pretty bad. Okay, mini rant over. Alright, number 2, the guiltless stares. I get stared at a lot. It's not necessarily a bad thing, it just, you can always feel it on you, just a pair of eyes, just. But the thing is, it's never really a menacing stare or a judgmental stare. It's always just pure curiosity. But the thing that bothers me is that they're just so blatant about it and really unembarrassed to just stare at me. I mean, I could be riding the subway for 30 minutes and the ajashi sitting across from me will just be staring at me. It gets kind of annoying after a while. I'm always super self-conscious, especially on the subway whenever I'm in such close proximity with other people, and a lot of people they just stare. Whenever I first got here, I felt it for like a month pretty badly, and then I kind of got used to it and it went away and I stopped noticing it. But for some reason recently, I think it's because of the summertime and I'm wearing shorts now and tank tops and I feel a little bit more exposed, so I think I feel a little bit more like people are just staring more. I feel the eyes a little bit more. It's just a given, it's gonna happen. Maybe like 1% of the people in Korea don't look Korean, so we really stick out a lot more. Number 3, city life is dirty. I live in a pretty dense city area. My apartment is like right on a really busy street and there's like a factory across the corner, so the air here is really bad. In my glorious home of Texas, I never really had an issue with pollution. People would complain that the air was bad, but I never had any allergies and I never felt like I was breathing in smog constantly. Unlike here. When I moved here in the wintertime, the cold air and the dirty, polluted gases being released from all the cars in the factories made me so sick. I went to the doctor and he said I was experiencing asthmatic symptoms. Come on over, I'll cooperate with me here. So essentially, Korea made me sick. This is probably just because of the area I live in. I know that not all of Korea is as polluted, but it's pretty dang dirty here. Number 4. I can't count. I'm an English teacher, guys, not a math teacher. Consumer culture. Do I really hate that though? Koreans love to shop. If there is a chain of clothing stores or makeup stores, you can find at least 2 in every shopping district. And I have to admit, I have fallen into this culture of shopping. Most of the time I don't even buy anything, I just like to walk around. Clothes are cheap here, Makeup is cheap here, hats are so cheap here. One of my biggest problems is that I would go to Korean Hagwon twice a week in Gangnam. So I would ride the subway from my town to Gangnam, and to get out of the subway, you have to walk through this underground shopping center where everything's like manwon and super cheap, super cute, and oh my gosh, it was really hard to control myself to not just buy a dress here, buy a hat here. It's great, it's fantastic, but it's evil. School culture. The other day I was talking to my students. I was like, hey guys, what are you gonna do today after academy? It's summer vacation right now, so a lot of them come to academy early in the morning but don't have school, so they get to do whatever they want during the day. One of my students was like, oh, more academy. Because it is kind of common for students to go to more than one academy. What other subject are you learning? They said, oh, English. Well, how many hours of English are you gonna learn today? It's like, oh, 4. And he already learns at my academy for 3 hours. 2 with a Korean teacher, 1 with me. So I thought, okay, 1 more hour at a different academy. Oh no, 4 more hours. 4 more hours? So this kid is going to English Hagwon for 3 plus 4, what is that? 10 hours a day? These poor kids. Why? Why? Come on, just like go live your life. I mean, English, why? These kids are so overworked. I remember specifically one of my students in 4th grade, her name was Sally. Super quiet, super sweet, always did her work, never questioned anything. You just gave her something to do and she would do it right away. She had the darkest under eye bags I'd ever seen on a 4th grader. This poor girl probably stayed up super late every night studying and doing her homework, got up, went to 7 more hours of academy, and then came home and did homework for the next day. I could really rant about this for a long time, but what can I do? I'm a part of this system. I teach English to these students. Like, my whole purpose of being here is feeding into this like torturous system that these kids are going through. It's just the expectation here. That's why these kids are so smart, is because they go to academy for so long and they study so hard and they just do so much. They're really intelligent, but I mean, at what cost? I've spoken to some of my Korean friends who say that they don't want to raise kids in Korea because they know how insane the school system is here, and they don't want their kids to have to go through the same thing that they went through. I don't know. Number 6, expat uncertainty. So Maddie, what are you going to do after you move back home from Korea? How long are you going to stay in Korea, Maddie? Is teaching something you want to do all of your life? I don't know. I don't know. A lot of people take on this job with the idea of only spending 1 year here. Some people end up staying more than that, and other people stay their entire lives. I came here with 1 year in mind. I was going to go home and return to my life and do other things and, you know, go be grown up in America, maybe start a family or something. And then my plans changed, and now I have to decide whether or not I'm staying or leaving in like 2 months. There's a lot of pros and a lot of cons to staying here, so I really just have to do some deciding, big girl, grown-up life decision making. With that uncertainty comes a lot of problems with decision making. If I'm only going to be here for a year, should I bother getting a pet cat? Is it worth starting a relationship here if I'm going to have to leave soon after and have to make a long distance relationship work? There is a lot of uncertainty, unrootedness, feeling a little bit like a leaf in the wind. And now that's not the right correct analogy. It can make things a little complicated, a little insecure. But that's just the life of an expat. Last but not least, the snacks. Cheetos! I love Cheetos! I'm so glad they have these here. Oh my gosh, just come on, open. Cheetos, oh, I've missed you. I'm so glad they have these here. is this? This ain't Cheetos. What the crap is, why is it so sweet? I have been lied to. No, the taste of home is gone forever. Oh, a sticker. So yeah, this has been 7 things I really kind of sort of don't like about Korea. If you want to know 7 things I do like about Korea, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. Do you share any similar hatreds with me? Well, really, these aren't that bad. Oh, cool. What? Where'd it go? Anywho, don't forget to follow me on Snapchat and Instagram if you want to know a little bit more about what's happening in my life. And you can look up my blog. Maybe eventually I'll make some more blog posts, but I don't know. I think I'm gonna go eat the rest of these Cheetos. They're really not that bad.